Hello, hi, I'm Emma, and Happy New Year. It is January 1st, 2021, and I wanted to just wish you the best year of your life. May you be prosperous. I also came on here today to talk about New Year resolutions. We heard of them. Most of us do it every year. I purposely try not to practice resolution because creating one in the beginning of the year because I find that by 6 months most people are not even working on what they originally stated they wanted to do in the beginning of the year. So I am here today to talk about the reasons why people don't follow up with their resolution and how they can achieve their resolution. So today we're going to talk about SMART goal. I've all added a ER to make it a smarter goal. In my field of psychology, when we meet with a client, we develop goals with the clients, and we found that using smarter goals usually result in a client meeting that goal more than not using a smarter goal, being very precise in what we're trying to accomplish when they meet up with the therapist. So I'm going to use that same acronym SMART and just add the ER. Remember, SMART goal is not only for therapy. You can use SMART goal in any area of your life. I'm also going to provide an example of a SMART goal that you can implement. You can also edit to meet more of the specific resolution or goal that you have set up for today. I am going to start off by giving you the meaning of each acronym, which is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely or time bound. We also want to also add that there is an ER for smarter, and the ER that I use is encouragement and renewal. So we're going to go over each one to better explain what you're looking for when you're creating your smarter goal. I would suggest that you get yourself a poster board, put it on the wall, and make columns and lines for the smarter, so you can write within the columns what exactly you expect to achieve in each section. So, our specific. We want to be clear and concise. We want to leave no room for interpretation or ambiguity. It usually answers the questions of the who, what, when, where, why, and which. And it also makes bold action verbs. It uses bold action verbs to define. So a specific goal should not be confused to anyone who picks it up. So if I say that I want to become successful, multiple people would have a interpretation of what I mean by I want to be successful, because that's not clear and concise being successful. So I want to be clear on my goals. So making sure they're clear and concise and they leave no room for interpretation, and it answers the who, what, when, where, why. The M is for measurable. We want to be able to track our progress in terms of numbers, percentage, and frequency, and we want that measurement to be objective. So anyone can come and look, and there's no confusion of different interpretation of what we're doing to measure. So whatever way that we're going to track our goal, whatever system that we're going to use or progress we're going to use to track our goal, we want to add that in to say how we plan to track our goal. The third one is attainable. Before we talk about things being attainable, we want to make sure the goal is realistic and we can obtain it. We want to talk about the small actions that will lead to meeting the larger goal. That's really the smart short-term objectives that leads to meeting the long-term goals. We also sometimes need to consider making our goal a little bit shorter goals within the larger goal. So for example, if you plan to become a nurse, but you haven't gone to school, maybe the first goal would be just to register for school instead of the goal being to become a nurse. The ultimate goal is to become a nurse, but right now we're just focusing on just going to school. Okay, we want to be able to anticipate barriers that we will encounter. We also want to be able to talk about what we can control and what are out of our control. And we want to be able to make a statement that reflects result. So if you're trying to attain something, you can't say that you're hopeful or you're probably You want to show that you will do it. I will run a marathon by the end of the year, by December 29th, 2021. That would be a attainable goal if I'm doing the actions that's going to lead to that attainable goal. Relevant. We want to talk about, will this participating in this goal make a difference in my life? So when we're talking about relevant, we're talking about importance. How important is this goal for you? What is the long-term reason for this goal? How does it impact your lifestyle? Are you willing to go to any length to meet this goal? Because we start off being optimistic about the plans that we have, and then we start thinking about all the things that we have to do, such as when we're in that attainment, we have to do, it doesn't become relevant to our life anymore. It's not important anymore. So just making sure that you are identifying the importance of this goal to your life and how overall it impacts your life, or if it's going to, if you do not follow up with this goal, will it impede your growth? You want to go ahead and think about it in that way. And timely, so we want to think about having a start and an end date. We want to think about having a best outcome is to have a specific date, such as by XX 2021. It's best to break your goals into shorter term goals, as I said before, and look at doing monthly, quarterly goals, 30, 60, and 90-day goals versus longer term goals. I would suggest that your weekly goals that you add are only after you have completed the first stage of your goal. It will be more of a renewal of your SMART goal versus the beginning of your SMART goal. So, for example, if your goal, it was weight loss and you were able to lose weight out, and you weigh and measure yourself maybe 30, 60, 90 days, I would say that you start to, when you get to that point of maintenance, you start to weigh in at weekly, just to make sure that you're not going back to unhealthy patterns of eating, unhealthy pattern behaviors. So our next area, as I said, I have our E and our R. E is encouragement. I also simultaneously use the word empowerment. We need to get support for our ultimate success. A lot of us think that we became successful on our own and that we didn't need anyone. And for some of us, maybe that's true, but for most of us, it's not. If not all of us, it's not. So we need someone to increase our confidence, to tell us that we are doing a great job. We need someone to keep us accountable. We need someone to keep us on track. We need someone to give us that encouragement when we hear the naysayer tell us that we can't do it, when we also hear our stinking thinking telling us that we're not able to do it either. So we need people around us who support us and tell us that we can do it and we continue to do it, and that we are enough and we have enough and we do enough, just to give us that motivation to continue moving forward and doing the things that we need to do. I also want the R, the renewal, is to start by reviewing your progress and challenges that you experienced during the goal period, how you will continue with this goal, what adjustment is needed in this goal. When we think about renewing, I think about, like, I work for a company and we have a contract that is a 5-year contract. And when at the end of, when it's time to renew that contract, we go and we bid again for that contract. And we talk about what we have done, what did not work well, what we plan to put in place to continue with the contract, what are new ideas we have for the contract. This works the same way with your contract, with your goals. It's that when you get to the end, you want to renew that contract to see what areas that you did well in, what areas you need to continue improving in, what areas that were challenges, and what are the plans in place that if you meet this challenge again, how are you going to address it? I want to go back to the empowerment and the encouragement and empowerment. Just say that in order for you to continue being encouraged and empowered, you must surround yourself by people who are on the same path as you. If you surround yourself by people who are not thinking the same way you're doing. They're not on the same path as you. They're not motivated. They're not goal oriented. They don't want things in life. You're going to find yourself not growing. You need to be where you need to grow. You need to be like by like-minded people like yourself who want to become successful, who want to grow, who want to pursue things in order for you to become successful and continue growing. So make sure that a part of your empowerment and encouragement process is to find people who have gone before you, who are on the same path. You can get yourself a mentor. You can get yourself a coach. Many companies offer mentors and coaches. You can get someone who will help you, a sponsor, a life coach, any type of person, or just a friend who is positive, who stay positive and want the best for you. So this was our SMARTER goal: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, timely, encouragement, empowerment, and renewal. So I'll be back soon with our second part with the goals that we're talking about, which is SMARTER goal. We're going to put into place a goal of healthy living. I know the goal that most people want to do is lose weight. That's always the number one goal. But we're not going to focus on weight loss this year. We're going to focus on healthy lifestyle. Because if we focus on the ultimate goal, which is the healthy lifestyle, and we start to put things in place to get there, you'll have a healthier lifestyle, and you'll have a chance of actually keeping that goal longer than you expected to keep it. So again, this is Emma. Thank you for the time that you taken to listen to me provide you with some tools for you to meet your resolution. And I can't guarantee that you're going to meet your resolution by sticking to the SMARTER goal, but I do guarantee that you won't fail using that SMARTER goal. You'll get more accomplished using your SMARTER goal than you wouldn't. So the goal is to move and put your feet into action and not just keep it in your mind. So I wish you the best, and I will be back soon with the second part of this video, which is to put things in place and help you understand how to do a SMARTER goal. Have a great day. Bye-bye.